And live from Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, it is the Arizona State Women's Missouri Showcase. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson here, as it is the third year for this showcase, and the games are as scheduled. Coming up in just a moment, it will be Maryville and Concordia, and then after that at 7 o'clock Central Time with the warm-up 7:30 game start, it will be Arizona State and Lindenwood. Tomorrow, games shift to a 12:30 start for Lindenwood and Concordia, and then Game 4 will feature Arizona State and Maryville, that one at 3:30 p.m., and then breakfast with women's hockey, 10 o'clock in the morning, October 31st. That'll be Maryville and Concordia, and then 1 o'clock, Arizona State and Lindenwood, all on the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Thanks for joining us, as this is the fourth year that teams have met. The only two teams that have participated in all four, and actually with an asterisk because there was none last season, but with the intentions of playing in all four. But the only two teams that have played in all of these showcases was Concordia-Ann Arbor, the Cardinals, and of course the host, Arizona State University, the Sun Devils. If you take a look at the teams that are playing momentarily, Maryville and Concordia, Maryville 4-4 this season. They've scored 31 goals. They've allowed 19. And they have a lineup of players that can score and have scored as much as between 6 and 2 goals each. If you look at the players who have scored the most, Sydney Poisson has 6 goals, 6 assists, the sophomore out of Defiance, Missouri, along with 2 power play goals. And then Colleen O'Leary, 4 goals, 4 assists, the sophomore from Seattle, Washington. Other players that have multiple goals, including 4 players with 3 goals. Emma Gerwitz, 3 goals, and all 3 of those are power play goals. She's averaging about a point a game. Along with Maud St. Louis, 3 goals, 5 assists. Madeline Johnson, 3 goals, 5 assists. Sarah Brooks has 3 goals and 4 assists. And Paige Seltzer, 3 goals and 1 assist. So Maryville with a team that right now is scoring, and they are scoring with several players putting the puck in the net. 31 goals, as I mentioned. For the Concordia-Ann Arbor University Cardinals, they are 1-5 this season. They had a big overtime 3-2 victory early on in the season to start their season, and then they've had some issues down the stretch with the next 5 games, going 0-5, and they are looking to turn things around here. They've only scored 7 goals and 28 assists, 28 against, that is. On the road, 0-2, so a little tough because they've only scored 3 and they have surrendered 8 this season. Head coach Maria Barlow is not here this weekend, so Rachel Grefke will be the acting head coach in her 4th season. In fact, both coaches in their 4th season. Concordia is only 4 seasons old. As I mentioned, it is the showcase here featuring other teams, and the schedule is the way it is, and it's not necessarily random. Lindenwood will play Arizona State twice. That will allow Lindenwood to also play Concordia, and Concordia to also play Maryville. That is from the pure standpoint of Maryville and Lindenwood are teams that play each other all the time, and to give those teams the ability and the chance to play different teams, that's the way the schedule has set up. Plus, Arizona State and Lindenwood is going to be probably one of the premier matchups, whether it's tonight or on Sunday. But again, that is to take care of a couple of different issues geographically and Arizona State, and Lindenwood. First time they're going to meet in a while. We will take a break, and when we come back, hopefully have the officials out, and we will get ready to go. And, oh, by the way, yes, you are looking at pink ice. It is pink, and it is all because of breast cancer awareness. And breast cancer awareness was is what Missouri State, who plays here, had put on, and they auctioned off jerseys, they painted the ice pink, all of that for Missouri State to auction that off for the Breast Cancer Society of America. So that's why the ice is pink, and so far so good. Teams have said they don't mind it, so we won't mind it either. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment for hopefully the start of period number 1.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crowd. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation. This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
We are back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, as the teams are lining up, and I believe we will have the playing of our national anthem here in just a moment. Maryville in blue, they are in red.
All right, announcing your visiting team lineup from Concordia, starting in goal, number 1, Lizzie Kappenberger. At left defense, number 16, Cassidy Shevin. At right defense, number 25, Mackenzie Smith. At left wing, number 88, Grace Dodson. At center, number 23, Aaliyah James. And at right wing, number 98, Kim Mills. Now the starting lineup for the Maryville. In goal, number 35, Sawyer Duncan. Left defense, number 2, Emma Gerwitz. At right defense, number 10, Maggie Brawley. On left wing, number 18, Maud St. Louis. And at center, number 15, Olivia O'Brien. And rounding out our starting lineups is number 73 at right wing, Sarah Brooks. All right, at this time, if everybody would please stand and remove your caps for the national anthem.
Our national anthem from Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, and it is Maryville who will be in white and red, and Concordia who will be in red and white. The blue is me going blue from trying to figure out who's who, but I think we'll be in good shape as teams are getting ready to go, helmets on, and we will be moments away from game number 1 of this 6-game showcase. I'm Steve Casson along with Ryan Armstrong, General Manager of Missouri State Hockey, doing camera work for the first couple of games here for the showcase, thanks to his help, and Scott Lutzke on graphics here, and we are moments away from the start of this hockey game. It will be Sawyer Duncan in nets out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, the sophomore for Maryville. In 3 starts, she's 1-2 with a 3.03 goals against average and a .922 save percentage. For the Concordia-Ann Arbor University Cardinals, Lizzie Knappenberger out of Missouri City, Texas, the junior, in 4 games. She's 1-2 with a 5.51 goals against average and a .785 save percentage. So we are ready to go. Face off at center ice, and it will be Concordia with possession quickly. Taken by Mackenzie Smith, and will bring it over to the right side. Now sent over to the left side. It'll be chased by Sarah Brooks of the Saints, and Maryville trying to work it out of their own zone. But instead, it comes down over to Grace Dodson with a shot that's partially blocked. Still a scrum forward up the middle. On her knees and trying to keep it away from everybody is a Maryville Saint, who finally just picked up her stick. That's Faith Cook. And now it will go over to her on the far side. Flips it off the boards. It'll be taken by Elena Mortimer, but out to center ice. Underneath the stick of Sarah Brooks. She's going to chase it behind the net, and she'll have possession. Brooks steps around the stick check of Aaliyah James. Now a board battle, but it's intercepted and taken away by Maryville. They get it right side. A drive that comes in, and a partial shot by Logan Aaron goes to the far side. Now the Saints still with it. Stolen as they have it. Sydney, that is, Poisson with it. Comes right up the middle and off the stick of Manu Kessel, and we come the other way. Shot in by Grace Dodson, and a line change for Concordia. 18:35 to go in this first period. Here's Colleen O'Leary. Nice move right side. O'Leary shoots through some traffic. Save, rebound. It's moved to the corner. O'Leary lets it go. A shot from the left side that is saved, but then it hits the skate of Nicole Coops, and it's held on to. That shot came off the stick of Paige Seltzer. And we'll have a face-off in the Concordia zone. In to take the draw will be Seltzer, with 3 goals and 1 assist this season for her. Puck to Emily Toole. We're going to get the first penalty of the game. It's a tripping call. And going into the penalty box for Concordia is Adriana Ruggiero. So the first power play opportunity for the Saints as Ruggiero will go. The Saints this season on the power play, 19.6%. They've scored 9 out of 46 opportunities. Puck all the way down to the Maryville end. Saints out of their own zone. Left side with authority, skating through is Logan Arend. She'll bring it around the net. Looking to the right side. Now comes Olivia O'Brien. Sends it to Madeline Johnson, and as they cycle through, it'll be Poisson with it. Back one again to Addison Cooper. But instead it comes up high. A drive in that misses wide. Cooper is right, or make that Madeline Johnson actually on the right side chasing it down, but we get a whistle for a stoppage in play. So some good pressure from Maryville right away. And to take the draw for Concordia, Emily Greer. Puck one to the far side. Now Maud St. Louis. Steps around the referee. Looking in front, but instead it goes to Sarah Brooks with a drive that's partially blocked. It is out to center. Goes off the stick of Sydney Schuyler and all the way down to the Maryville zone. 27 seconds left in the power play. Here come the Saints. Down the middle this time is Sarah Brooks. Off of her skate. Stays in play. Power play for 15. Emily O'Toole sends it out in front, and a drive. It's partially blocked, but then picked up again. Seltzer missed it wide. Now a shot from the right side off of the stick of Brawley comes in, and a big save there by Knappenberger. Another one, and it's taken to the point and cleared as we're back to 5-on-5. Quickly, the Saints, they'll work it through. Behind the back pass by St. Louis comes right out in front, and it's held on to by Knappenberger. 16:01 to go in the period, and Maryville has had most of the pressure here in this period. Face off of the right of Knappenberger, her left as she looks at it. Puck out to center. Here comes Grace Dodson. Has it left side. She shoots, and a save. It comes up, and Duncan is able to hold on to that one. 15:49 to go in the period. So the first sustained pressure and rush by Concordia ends in at least a shot and a save by Duncan. But off the draw, the Saints have it again. They work it left side, rim it all the way around. Chased into the corner off the stick of Greenfield. Now we get a couple of players tied up and a delayed offside. Concordia and Dodson, 4 goals. 3 of them are power play goals with a drive in. It's partially blocked. Far side. Works its way over to Cassidy Shaben. Comes right up the middle. Shot missing wide once again by Dodson. And she steals with a backhander in front and a save. She said, I've had enough. I'm going to the bench. So play continues. And coming on now is Mahyla Nelson. Manu Kessel with possession of the puck for the Saints. Out to center. Now across the line to Colleen O'Leary. She's 3-on-2 with a drive. And it just hopped underneath the stick of the captain and Madeline Johnson. Maryville brings it right back in. Into the corner now. Hopped out. Through the right side. He comes out in front, and a drive by O'Leary is steered aside by Knappenberger. Lizzie Knappenberger has faced 65 shots. In the past 4 games she's played. Although in one of those games she had no decision. She's 1-2 this season. Maryville with possession off the draw. Sarah Brooks out of Ontario, Toronto, Ontario. Behind the net. Tried to regain possession was Brooks. It went off of her skate. Stays at the half board. Centered up the middle. Held in. Left side. A drive that's partially blocked off of Maggie Brawley's stick. Behind the net. Still no score in this first period. Comes right out in front, and a backhander by O'Brien is held on to by Knappenberger. Right out in front. And Knappenberger says enough of this. So good work behind the net. And even better positioning on the backhander in front by O'Brien, looking for her second goal. 13.5 to go in the period. Puck cleared out to center. Raced all the way down by Alea James. She'll have it for Concordia. Won their first game of the season. 3-2 in overtime. And then have not won since. But they're trying, says Hannah Sickmiller, who we will talk to as our intermission guest. Down to 13 minutes. Puck comes right up the middle. Steered aside by the defense of Maryville, and it's out to center. Here come the Saints. They work it 1-on-3. Backhander that comes in. Stop, save, rebound. 2 saves as the initial shot was denied. Emily Toole got the initial shot, and the rebound in front by Addison Cooper was denied twice by Knappenberger. 2 great opportunities. An open net, too, and that may have hit a defenseman's skate, but did not go in the net. Still no score. Getting pulled down from behind was Cassidy Shaven. No penalty. Play continues. Goes to the right side. Battle to half boards. Mackenzie Smith is there for Concordia, and it's out to center, where Manu Kessel will have it. Gilbert, Arizona. Swings in front of her own bench, now across the line. 1-on-3. In front is Tavana Greenfield. They don't get the pass to her. Here's a shot in that bounces through off of Kelsall. It's back behind the net. Greenfield will send it to the far side. Tried to connect with Kirsten Oderman. And some good pressure by Maryville now. Intercepted. The Saints will have it. Here's Mackenzie Smith. Left side. Smith with a shot in and a save by Duncan. I think she expected it to be a little bit harder than it was and had to readjust. Puck out to center, and back into her own zone is Cassidy Shaben. Meanwhile, a line change for the home team, Maryville Saints. Connects now with O'Leary. She'll return it back in. And it's Shaven out of Union, Kentucky, the junior. Near side, it's intercepted. Taken by O'Leary. She'll drop it down, looking for Madeline Johnson. Up the middle, trying to tip it in was Poisson. And a save. The rebound is not cleared. It's held in. Once again, O'Leary. She'll try to work it around James. Leah James. 1 goal, 1 assist for her, for the Cardinals of Concordia. Puck is actually now stolen by James and cleared all the way down for an icing call. So she heard me talking about her and said, I'm going to do something here, and she does. Icing will be the call, though. Takes the pressure off, but unfortunately, Concordia cannot make a change. 10:45 to go in the period. And still no score. Right side underneath the stick of Lauren Wasserman, and she'll have to go all the way down and chase. At the line of Concordia and held in. Maud St. Louis drops it down in low, gets a return pass off of her skate. They flip around the official. Chased now by Olivia O'Brien out of Hamilton, Ontario. Coming right out in front was St. Louis, but it's off of her stick and it's out to center all the way down. Racing hard is Sophia Nab. They defensively get it over to the near side and out to center. Here come the Saints. 2-on-2 into the zone. A shot by St. Louis was partially tipped and it went wide. Saints regain. They go for a line change too. A drive that comes in and getting dumped in front was Kelsel. No penalty. And play continues. It's cleared all the way down into the Saints' end. Now a line change for Concordia. The goal differential is huge. Maryville has scored 31 goals. Concordia has only scored 7. But still 0-0, 9:09 to go in this period. With it is Toole. Puck is along the line. Did Gerwitz hold it in? Apparently so. Drop down in. Farther behind the Cardinals net. Now up to center by Smith. Here comes Mackenzie Smith left side. Gets around one. Mackenzie shoots and a save. Good blocker save there by Duncan. Rebound comes back out in front, and Duncan will hold on to that one too. Good save there. Now, they are not keeping track of shots. I hope you are, Scott. No? No shots. So we will have to figure out what shots there are, and I would say maybe second period if you can keep track of them once we figure that out. Meanwhile, puck back down into the Concordia zone. Actually that's Emily Greer with it. I'll have to double check her number. I think she's wearing the wrong number. But anyway, comes in. Here comes Schuyler with an opportunity and a save by Duncan. Rebound. Duncan with another save. It comes out high. And we come back the other way. Maryville going for a line change, but they'll send it in. Nicole Coops is able to get it out to center. Returned the other way. Coming in off the crossbar was Poisson's shot. It came off the post, actually, and then the crossbar. Another drive in from the left side off the stick of Poisson is held on to by Knappenberger. There's the one that hit bar twice. So they're line changing now. So a fresh set of skaters for the Cardinals. And they do clear it out to center. Here's a lead pass coming to Dodson. She shoots wide and it missed to the far side. Stays in on the right side. 7:45 to go. Well, no, we've got the correct time. 7:19 as the clock is not running. If they get the correct time. Shot in, save. And we come the other way for Maryville. I think they're watching the play more than they're watching the clock. Down the middle for O'Leary. She gets sent to the far side. Now for a line change for her. Stepping on the ice and getting a backhander in front through some traffic is Maggie Brawley. And now they've started the clock, but we'll have to let them know there's more than about a minute or so difference. 7:08 remaining. Play back into the Saint zone, and that stick is still there. Knappenberger, I think she's just worried about touching it for fear of getting a penalty, but I would get that thing out of my crease no matter what. And finally she does. Puck stuck up high and back out to Garowitz. Emma Garowitz in 8 games, 3 goals, 5 assists for the sophomore out of St. Louis. Brought in the zone to Brawley. 5:45 remaining. Play out to center. Off the skate of the stick of Dodson. She retrieves it. Drive in. Blocker saved by Duncan. And if you're just joining us, yes, we are skating on pink ice. Missouri State plays here, and the Division I team had games for breast cancer awareness to support the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. That happened a couple of weeks ago, and well, they still haven't had a chance to change the ice. Couple of victories over Central Oklahoma. Puck sent all the way down. This should be an icing call. So 4:56 should be left. See if we can tell the scoreboard that. If my phone wants to cooperate with me. Apparently it does not. So by the time my phone decided to work, I couldn't get it down to the scoreboard. Either way, we'll just keep the correct time and have them adjust it. Meanwhile, far side boards off of the glove of Tavana Greenfield. Work down in low. Now out the middle off of the stick of Kirsten Oderman. And it'll be the Cardinals to send it back down in. Puck sent up the middle, intercepted, a drive, score! Manu Kessel will get the goal. She got it over the blocker of Knappenberger. And it is 1-0 in favor of Maryville. It is Kessel's first goal. And it's 1-0 in favor of Maryville here in the first period. This coming at 15:30.
Maryville goal scored by Mano Casal, unassisted.
They're going to say unassisted on the goal. And a 1-0 lead for the Maryville Saints here in the first period. Puck stolen by Dodson. right side. She'll try to work around Kessel. Kessel gives up the chase, and now it'll be the Saints to work it across. Lead pass connects with Poisson. Looking in front for O'Leary, gets it to her, but it's broken up defensively by Shaban. Play comes back in the zone. Chasing it is O'Leary, but it's intercepted by Mackenzie Smith out of Lakeville, Minnesota, the freshman. Near side boards, out to center. And a line change for the Concordia-Ann Arbor Cardinals. Now coming in the zone, a shot up high from O'Leary. Far side, Schuyler is there, can't clear it. And Coops will send it back for defensively for Greer. Puck comes right in, and do we have a goal? I believe we do. We'll take a look at that one again, but it looks like it'll be a goal for Sarah Brooks, I believe. Let's see how this one happened. And yeah, I think they're going to call it a goal. So Brooks will get the goal.
Goal scored by number 73, Sarah Brooks, with an assist from number 18, Maud St. Louis.
So 2-0. As Brooks will get her 4th goal of the season. And you heard St. Louis will get the assist. And Maryville now has a 2-0 lead. This goal will come at 16:53. I think you just gave up and set the time clock according to the game clock, which they're not moving, so extra time to play hockey here.
It's about 40 seconds.
Shot comes in as Addison Cooper gets that one. It's held on by Knappenberger. 15:30 of the first. Kelsel gets her first. 16:53 of the first. Brooks gets her 4th, and it's 2-0 in favor of Maryville. And we will try to find the shots for you, as they are not putting them up on the scoreboard. Yeah, that's a great idea. Contact the scorer's table. Play back into the Maryville end. Would have been a delayed offside, but the Cardinals get back onside. At center, glove down, and sent into the zone. Apparently it's okay. A drive hit the crossbar. Shot by Poisson. Hit where the post and the crossbar connect. Now a drive in, save Knappenberger. Rebound in front, they score. The captain, Madeline Johnson, will get her 4th goal of the season, and it's 3-0 in favor of Maryville. You take a look at that rebound in front. She will get goal number 4.
Maryville goal scored by number 22, Maddie Johnson. Assists from number 78, Sydney Quasson, and number 10, Maggie Brawley.
So there you hear it. Brawley and Poisson will get the assists. Johnson will get her 4th, and it's 3-0. This one will come at 18:48. So here the Saints again, and a shot in front. O'Leary off of her stick. Stays in the right side. It's kicked out to center. Here comes Dodson. She'll swing it all the way down. Under a minute to go in the period. Puck kicked out to center and all the way down into the back down into the Saints end of the ice. So apparently I've been texting the wrong person. There is somebody in the score box. Tell him there's somebody in the score box that looks exactly like him, and that's the reason I did that. Did you tell him that? Oh, I will tell him. Puck with 20 seconds down into the Maryville end. That's why he's wondering what's going on. Here across the line, into the zone, a shot in by Sophia Nab. Save, rebound, loose, and another save. As coming on the left side was O'Brien, and Knappenberger makes a huge save there to keep it 3-0 after one period of play. But at 15:30, Kelsel gets her first. At 16:53, Brooks gets her fourth. At 18:48, Johnson gets her fourth, and it is a 3-0 lead after one period of play. We will try to get shots on goal and follow that up for you after the next interview. But right now, after 20 minutes, a 3-0 lead for Maryville. Don't forget, coming up, the second game of the showcase. We'll have it for you right after this one at about 7:30 Central Time. It'll be Arizona State and Lindenwood. So stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, we will take a break, and when we come back, it will be Hannah Sickmiller who will join us from the Concordia-Ann Arbor University Cardinals. We'll do that in just a moment. But after 20, it's 3-0 Maryville.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Steve Casson now with a member of the Concordia-Ann Arbor University Cardinals and Hannah Sickmiller, senior out of Napoleon, Ohio. And Hannah, 5 games. I know you're trying to break that goose egg. You want to get something going. Has it been tough?
It definitely has been. We still are a young program, and so it's been, and I've been here since the beginning, so it's been really nice to see how the team has grown. And I do have to say, from season 1 now to season 4, we have done a ton as a team in growing. And like you said, we've only won 1 game so far this season, but we're looking to pick up a couple more wins this weekend.
Yeah, that was an overtime win, your first game of the season. Everything looking good. The goose egg's off your back. Everything's happy. I know when you guys came here the first time 4 years ago as a brand new hockey club, still looking for that first win, and there was that kind of that thing on your back and your shoulder. But you get it this first game of the season, and now you're kind of struggling 5 games later on.
Yeah, so I think it's just still a lot of meshing together as a team, that we're still a fairly young team, that we only have a couple seniors. So it's a lot of getting used to the players' habits out on the ice as we're out there skating together, which we can only grow more and closer together as the season goes on.
Yeah, you said a couple. So Kim Mills and I believe also Brianna Sheridan also is a senior too. So. And then I think Erica Hansen also. So, 4 or 5 players that are upperclassmen, so to speak. 6 juniors, you have a sophomore, and 6 freshmen. So that's kind of the issue is you've got more of a younger crowd coming in. And, you say you've been here this entire time. You've seen how it's grown. they do come in cycles, and so maybe you'll be on the tail end of maybe coaching or something later on of some of these up and coming gals.
We'll definitely see. So I myself am brand new to hockey. I didn't start playing until my freshman year of college because at that point they were still just trying to grow the program and looking for bodies. But it's definitely something that this team does have a great culture about them, and it's something that's kept me in it since day one, that I think as a team we do our best to work harder for each other so that we can get better on and off the ice.
Talking with Hannah Sickmiller of Concordia. Okay, so let's get into that. What made you decide hockey?
So it was one of those things. I also play volleyball at the college, and so I think Coach Barlow, our head coach, showed up to one of our meetings and out of the blue walked over to me and one of my other teammates and was like, "Hey, do you want to join our hockey team?" And I'm like, I'm a freshman in college. What do I have to lose? Sure, why not? I hadn't really skated before then, but the entire team, I have to give them kudos. They've been so patient with me as I've grown in this journey and just getting better. And like I said, just the culture around the sport too. Like everyone's so welcoming and they're so patient, and everyone's always really good about like, hey, you're doing this on the ice, but you can do this or try this. And it's all about just working together because a team is only as strong as their weakest link. And so for this team, I try to be the strongest, weakest link that we have.
Okay, so the big question is, do you like hockey better than volleyball?
It's definitely grown on me since the beginning. It has definitely found a place in my heart, and now I'm looking to hopefully get a job in the hockey world as I look to graduate college in May. So we'll see what happens.
And then you move into my next question. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Sports broadcasting is something that I have found I really enjoy, and so that's what my major is for college, and I currently have a communications internship with the USA Hockey program, so we'll see what comes out of that.
Now that is amazing. That's the best place to start.
Yes, sir, it is.
Now, how did you land that?
So one of my other teammates, Erica Hansen, actually had an internship with them last year in their business department. And so at senior year, you're supposed to get an internship. And so I'm looking for one, and she's like, hey, you should try out for him. Like, I know the guy, he's super cool. And I was like, oh, why not? So I applied for a couple other ones, and then this USA Hockey one, which honestly was like my top one. And then like the day came and I got the email. And so I definitely think I have Erica to thank for that, because she was like, oh, I'll put in a good word for you.
Now, is that a broadcast side, or is it just to get your foot in the door?
Just to get my foot in the door at the moment. So I help out with like statistics and post-game recaps and social media and stuff like that.
That's the best way to do it. Okay, so remember that name, Hannah Sickmiller. But Hannah, let's also divulge into a little bit of you, brothers, sisters.
So I have one older brother and two younger sisters. That I come from a family of athletes, though.
I was going to say, do they play hockey?
They do not. I am the first hockey player. My brother went to college for basketball, and then both my little sisters are big in the volleyball world.
Do they come to your games?
They do. They try to make it to as many as they can. So I go to college up in Ann Arbor, and then I'm from Ohio, but it's the Toledo area, so it's only like an hour a game. But my family's definitely super supportive. They come to as many as they can, and I appreciate them so much that I'll never forget the day that I remember I called my parents and was like, hey, so I'm playing hockey. What number should I pick? And my dad was like, you're what? I was like, I'm on the hockey team now for the college. And he goes, okay, awesome.
Well, you're number 91. Did you pick that for a specific reason?
So it's actually really funny. So I am dyslexic, and so our family number's 19, and I definitely had a struggle learning to skate. So I always joked around that, like, when I was on the ice flipped over, you'd read it as 19 if I got the number 91. So that's kind of where that came from.
I like it.
Thank you.
That works well. And I think there's a couple of other famous 91s out there. So, So, yeah, absolutely. Hannah Sickmiller is joining us of Concordia-Ann Arbor University, the Cardinals. Fourth year. You've been playing hockey. You have this team that, you know, they're short but mighty, right?
Most definitely.
And they have played some pretty good games over the years. What is it about this hockey club that you like?
I would have to say we are some of the most resilient girls that I think I've ever met, that they go out on the ice, and no matter what the score is, they're always out there playing their hardest from puck drop to that last buzzer at the end of the game. And I think that's something I really appreciate as a teammate, because I know whether I'm on the ice or on the bench encouraging or playing, that these girls are going to work their butt off, not only for me, but for the team and the program and the school as well.
they say that a hockey team is only, you said, as good as their weakest link. But
Yes, sir.
generally, they also say that they're only as good as their goaltenders. And you have 2 good goaltenders right now. Obviously, their record doesn't reflect that. But Lizzie Mappenberger, she's a junior, and then Molly Burks is now a freshman on the club. But you have 2 goaltenders, which, from what all indications are, they're putting every effort on the ice for your team.
Yes, sir. I don't think our goalies get enough credit. That they definitely go out there and they stand on their heads every game. And they have some of the best attitudes of anyone I've ever known, and the best work ethics too. That even in the weight room, that they're out there putting on the weight and getting stronger for our team. And they're so encouraging too, that if they do let a goal in, they're there to like have that accountability and be like, hey guys, that's my bad, I'm on the next one. But like you said, their stats do reflect how well they do.
106 shots that Molly's faced already in 2 games. That's crazy. That's over 50 shots a game. Now, you can argue, hey, she's doing a great job, but you can also say, well, come on, team, that's a lot of shots there. But either way, I guess what's at the end of the day is if you come off the ice smiling and having fun, right?
That's definitely true. And kudos to Molly, because she, we were in a little bit of a bind when she got to go into her first freshman game, that our starting goalie got hurt, and she just got thrown in there, and she did absolutely wonderful that game. That she played her heart out, and it definitely reflects on the ice, I think so. And she's grown, and I can't wait to see, because she has so much potential, I can't wait to see where she ends up.
Earlier I mentioned about the fact that there's this little thing on your shoulder, a goose egg going on. You don't have any points yet.
I don't.
Is that tough? You're waiting for that first time you get that score or even an assist?
I just, that's something I look forward to every game, though, because you never know when the opportunity is going to come. And so that's something I'm constantly looking for, all those opportunities. And like you said, just a point, like even if I get an assist, I feel like that would be a huge thing, not only for me, but for our team as well.
When all's said and done, what do you want to feel like you accomplished after playing hockey with Concordia?
I just hope that I'm able to help the team grow and help the program grow to where we can get to a place where we can be more consistent with our records and just help grow the program to a point where we can be one of the top contenders. And it's one of those names in the locker room that people are like, oh my gosh, we have to go play Concordia. Like, this is going to be a tough game. That I just hope that when I leave here, I can at least help be one of the building blocks to get there and just help build a great culture for a wonderful team.
The overall theme is when I ask you, which is in reality, I'm asking a personal question about you, and you turn it into a team thing. That obviously is a hockey thing too, because a lot of people don't want that individual credit. They credit the team, they credit somebody else. So in this one scenario here, just you personally, out of playing hockey, what do you want to have accomplished?
I just hope to know that going on in my life, that there's nothing I can't do and everything's worth trying. That this was something that going into college, I never expected to play hockey. Like, I played 3 sports in high school, so I've always been an athlete, and I've always looked forward to learning new things, especially in the world of sports. So I hope that just plays into my personal life, and just everything that I've learned from it, I hope I can keep that throughout my life, like the resilience and the work ethic, and just getting up every day and knowing that you have a purpose and continuing that on through my life.
Hannah Sickmiller is joining us of Concordia. Hannah, before we wrap up here, I always wish players at the end of interviews more goals. I will tell you,
Thank you.
Though, majority, and of course I do this for Missouri State hockey, but majority of the players that I interview, they end up sometime during the game or the next game getting goals, getting points. So hopefully that'll happen for you.
This may be it for me. This may be my good luck charm.
Let's hope it is. So good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. That is Hannah Sickmiller of the Concordia Cardinals. We'll take a break, be back. More hockey coming up.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great moments in office technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Your best source for awards of any kind is always Bowles Trophy House in Springfield. Trophies, plaques, medals, gifts, ribbons, and more. You get top quality and great service at Bowles Trophy House, serving Springfield and Southwest Missouri for over 40 years. Call them at 417-869-8720.
And if you need embroidery work done, logos, digitizing, and more, come to Banners and Brainstorms in Bowles Trophy House at 601 South Kimbrough.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Springfield, Missouri, Stan Melton Ice Arena. 3-0 Maryville over Concordia-Ann Arbor. 15:30, Kelsall her first, Brooks at 16:53 her fourth, and then at 18:48 Johnson her fourth. Taking a look at some of the Concordia individual season records, and keep in mind this is a young team. Cassidy Shaben is second in total goals. She has 4. Reagan Tolley leads with 5. That's an individual season record. And again, you have to look at the fact this is a young team and a team still trying to get wins in their history. But Emily Greer leads in assists, 3. And Cassidy Scheiben has a record of 5 total points in a game. Saves-wise, Lizzie Knappenberger has faced 570 shots that she's saved. Total shots unavailable, and then, of course, adds to that with the goals that were scored. Also, last season, 353 shots. If you look at individual career records, Scheiben has 5 goals, and of course Reagan Trolley also has 5 assists. Emily Greer and Adriana Ruggiero, Ruggiero has 4, Greer with 3, and total points, Scheiben with 7, and Reagan Tolley, that is, actually with 7 too. And here we go. This is what I was looking for. As far as total saves go, Knappenberger right now is the individual career record leader. 905 saves coming into this season. Both teams are out onto the ice, and we are almost ready for period number 2. Last minute instruction. Given to the home team Maryville Saints by Tom Lang in his second year as coach. And Rachel Grefke, she is on the bench for Concordia, and we are underway in period number 2. The Saints this time skate from the right to the left, and it will be the Cardinals from the left to the right. Play is out at center, goes off of the stick of Brawley, and back into the Concordia zone. Far side, Grace Dodson is there. Shaven, she'll try to move it. Trying to hit Dodson, but it's intercepted. Comes right up the middle. Saints have it, and a swipe through is missed off of the stick of Brawley. We have updated the shots, and they are 12-8. Knappenberger faces 12 shots in the first period. Duncan faces 8, and we will keep track of these shots. Puck comes right in, and a score. It came right up the middle And getting this goal and skating through the line, pointing to her goaltender, is, I believe, St. Louis. Now, they do tuck their uniforms in, and it's difficult to see if that was an 8 or a 6. I'm hoping it was an 8.
Maryville goal from number 18, Maud St. Louis, with assist from number 11, Colleen O'Leary.
So in the second period, this one coming at 1:22, St. Louis will get her 4th goal of the season, with the assist going to O'Leary. And Knappenberger will stop play on a save there. Shots now 14-8. Puck one, sent through the middle by Logan Arand. To the left point, Kelso with a drive, and it goes right through the skates of Johnson. Along the line for O'Leary. She sends it back in, and a line change for both teams. 18:09 to go in the period. And a 4-0 lead for Maryville. They have it right up the middle again. A shot by Poisson is blocked. And now the Saints will start to schedule line changes. Meanwhile, a shot comes in that Knappenberger holds on to. 17:41 to go in the period. That's the 15th shot now put on Knappenberger. And the Cardinals finish their line change. So here we go. Draw one. Left side shot by Nab sails wide. And here might be a rush, and it is, for Dodson. She'll send it all the way down in the Saints zone. Intercepted, though, grabbed by Nab. She had a 4-on-3 into the zone, but went for a line change, and so it will be Concordia with possession. Off the boards, comes across the line. Dodson waits, gets it over in front, and a shot goes right through Kim Mills. As Kim got the shot, it went right through the crease and wide. Mills out of Orange, California. Wouldn't anybody like to be in California right now? 70, 80 degrees compared to the 50 we're having here. Shot comes in, and a save by Duncan. The rebound out in front, and it's kept in. Good play there by Mackenzie Smith. She'll have it left side. Breaks free. Lowell on the circle with a drive save. Rebound loose, and 2 saves. As out in front, getting pushed away from everybody, was Ruggiero. Actually, no, that was Erica Hansen, number 4. Shot back into the Maryville end, where Duncan will steer it there. Almost intercepted by Schuyler. Now Schuyler with it left side, has some room. She shoots, and a save by Duncan. She'll hold on. 15:54 to go. And one of the better scoring opportunities was denied by Duncan there. Off the draw, face-off is won. Schuyler with a shot for Concordia, steered aside by the goaltender Duncan. Now the Cardinals trying to move it across, but it's denied by Kirsten Oderman. Brooks turns the other way. She'll have it for Maryville. Spun all the way around by Emily Greer. I will have to verify. I believe that Greer and Ruggiero have swapped numbers. Meanwhile, here comes Wasserman. She breaks free. Stuck away from her. Actually, no, that was Greer. Emily Greer, number 7, I believe. Again, as I just got finished talking about the fact that I think they're switching numbers. Now the Saints. Shot from Megan Flock is into the near side boards, and it's out now. It'll be chased all the way back into the Maryville end by Flock. Puck stolen. Taken by Dodson. She shoots, hits the outside of the net. Near side boards off of the stick of Sheridan. It's out to center. Maryville looking for a 2-on-2, but it's denied by Concordia. Now getting hooked down is Dodson. Play continues, and she steals the puck. Tried to bring it across the line. Turned the other way by Poisson. Sent all the way back down to the Maryville end, and a line change for Concordia. Puck flipped out to center across the official. Now it's Madeline Johnson. Lead pass connects to O'Leary. O'Leary tried to work it behind the net. She has possession. Johnson is there. Comes out in front on a backhander, and it's saved by Knappenberger. That's her 15th shot. They're starting to even up a little bit. 15-13. Correction, 16-13. Oh, you missed that one. 13-18 to go in the period. Drive comes in on a bounce by Gerwitz, and it's held on to by Knappenberger. 13:09 remains. We've only had one penalty in this game. That was early on, assessed to the Cardinals. And so the Maryville is 0 for 1 on the power play. All their goals were even strength. Kelsall her first at 15:30. At 16:53, Brooks her fourth. Johnson her fourth at 18:48. And in the second period at 1:22, St. Louis with her fourth. Puck apparently it hit the net, but they're calling it good, so it continues. And the puck is sent by, and I believe that's the case, that Greer is wearing number 9, and Ruggiero is wearing number 7, so they have flipped numbers. Now we get a stoppage in play as Knappenberger holds on, so we will update that on our end. We will be set up there. Meanwhile, off the draw, the Saints will have possession. Aaron will send it in back behind the net. Taken by Mackenzie Smith, the freshman out of Lakeville, Minnesota. Cardinals. They get it out to center. Dodson is there. And she almost stole the puck. Now defensively, it's Smith to send it in. This is no icing. Good positioning by Dodson to wave it off. She spins around and gets a shot. Saved by Duncan. Behind the net once again. This to Kim Mills. breaks free, centers it up the middle. Dodson with a drive. It's partially blocked. Here come the Saints. Greenfield couldn't get it through. On a second effort, she sends it all the way down. No icing. 11:19 to go in a fast-paced period. Maryville in their own end. Sophia Knabb looking for her first points in 8 games. This is her 9th. Knabb with a drive that gets deflected up and out of play. 11:03 to go in the period. And a 4-0 Maryville lead. 3 in the first, 1 in the second. And with the exception of Kelsall getting her first, Brooks, Johnson, and St. Louis all getting their 4th of the season. Puck flipped off the boards by Schuyler. Too far for Sheridan. Now sent down to the Maryville end. Racing for it, almost intercepting the puck, was Ruggiero. And she'll send it right back into the Maryville end. Goaltender Duncan comes out to stop play with 10:31 to go in the period. Face-off will come to the right of Duncan, her left as she looks at it. And immediately it's Gerowitz to send it to the line, but it's held in. A shot up high off the stick of Nicole Coops. To the corner again. Coops is not able to hold on to it. It's sent all the way down. No icing. Racing forward is Greer. And she is not able to hold on to it. Getting upended was the Saint into the corner. I believe that was Johnson. She'll wait out in front. But instead, far side boards. 10 minutes to go in the period. Trying to push it through is Gerowitz. Off the stick of Dodson of Concordia. Far side boards. Can Gerowitz get there? She does, but it's intercepted by the Cardinals. And if they hurry, they have a odd woman rush, I guess, but they can't work it through. Dodson still working the play, getting some help from Coops. Shoved through, now grabbed by Addison Cooper. She comes in, 2-on-1 drive. It's blocked out in front as Stelzer got that one. And Maryville with some pressure here. 9:05 to go in the period. And they are in control now with a 4-0 lead. Puck out to center. Grabbed by Maryville's Moran. Out of St. Louis, looking for her first points. Coming through is Dodson for Concordia. It's kept in, and a line change for the Cardinals. Shaven with it. Gets around a drop stick. A shot that comes in, kicked out, save, rebound. It's moved to the corner once again. Shaven to the left side with a drive that's partially blocked. Shaven still with it. Drop down in front, spin around, missing just wide, is getting pushed to the ground with Schuyler. And we come out the other way. Right to left for Cooper. She'll send it in, and a full sail change for Maryville. Spinning it around the other way. Other Cardinals are trying to get it up to center. Went off of the stick of Smith, and now she'll return the favor and grab it for Concordia. Smith left side. Smith has some room. She shoots. It's into the skate. It was blocked by Knabb. Puck cleared, taken all the way down, and slowly, does it go for icing? It does. Icing with 7:41 to go in the period. It'll come back into the Maryville end of the ice. Don't forget our next broadcast that we will have for you. That will be, of course, Arizona State and Lindenwood. We'll have that for you coming up 7 o'clock Central Time right here. Meanwhile, puck is cleared and sent all the way down. We get another icing. 7:28 to go in period number 2. Coming up at the second period intermission, we'll talk with Maryville University Saints head coach Tom Lang. In the Maryville zone again. Stolen as Skyler will send it down low. She has it behind the net, looking out in front with a save, though, off of the pad of Duncan, who got that one down. 16th shot now recorded by Maryville. And a full sail change for the Saints. Trying to get out of her own zone is Kathleen Shaban. Puck sent behind the net, though. Taken by Brooks. 3 goals, 4 assists. She's out of Toronto, Ontario for the Saints forward and freshman. Once again, Dodson has it down the middle. She's ridden off the play. It's out to center. And too far for Greer. She's going to have to come back and chase it down. She does. Gets it over to the corner. It's intercepted by O'Brien. Sent down low in the Cardinals zone. 6:19 to go. Far side, held in by Brawley, who drops it down. Brawley to kick it through with her skates, but it comes out to center. And retrieved by Gerwitz. Emma, 3 power play goals. Her 3 goals are power play goals. Drive in, saved by Knappenberger. And now trying to one-hand it through is O'Leary. Puck comes in and a drive and a save. That came off a Poison stick. And Knappenberger, leaning, was able to make the save. A backhander by the captain Johnson. Steered aside, but it's Kelsel to pick it up. Good pressure, and finally it is cleared, but this is going to be an icing as their captain Kim Mills was on the opposite side of the red line, so icing is called. 5:16 to go in the period. 4-0 Maryville over Concordia-Ann Arbor. Shots are 20-16 in favor of Maryville. We came into the period at 12-8. We're finally able to get that shot count for you. That's a hand pass as it was knocked down by the hand of Brand and then touched by Johnson. So the face-off will come just outside the zone. A line change is allowed for Concordia. We do it all again. The one thing that the Cardinals have been doing is winning face-offs, but possession has been the key. So here now with it is Johnson. Intercepted, though, once again by the Cardinals and sent all the way down into the Maryville zone. Will be Arand with it. Lead pass connects to St. Louis. Actually, no, that's 78 Poison with it. So not only do I have to deal with jerseys tucked in, but then you have the long hair that blocks the numbers, so it's a little difficult. But we get, I thought we were going to get an icing. It's been waved off. So we come the other way. Across the line, Nab works it to the right side. Too far for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Cleared out to center. And Skyler was blocking out her player, did not see the puck come right by her. Puck flipped up, it hits the netting, and we'll have a face-off. It should stay in the zone. 4:02 to go in the period. 4:01 on our clock. Which I'm going to go with our clock. I think ours is right. Face off in the Cardinals zone to the left of Knappenberger. Near side. Puck kept in by Maryville. Worked by Shaven out to center. So possession has been down mostly Maryville. Every once in a while, Concordia has a couple of good opportunities. Here's an opportunity in front from Maryville that sails wide off the stick of Cooper. Now Rand with it. Intercepted. Mackenzie Smith with it. All the way down to the Maryville zone. And Duncan will cover that one. 2:54 to go in a 4-0 game. In case you missed it, Kelsel gets her first at 15:30 of the first. At 16:53, Brooks with her fourth. And then at 18:48, Johnson her fourth. And in the second period, early in the period at 1:21, St. Louis her fourth. And 4-0 is the count here at the half boards. Held in by Greer. She'll try to work it, but instead it's taken away and sent all the way down for an icing call. Play will come back into the Missouri State end. Off the draw. Dodson is there. She won the draw. And Maryville trying to still gain possession. They do. Sent down behind the net. Working it to the far side now. Here comes Garowitz. Garowitz with it. She has a lot of room right side. She shoots up high. And that ricochets out to center off the stick of Kelsel. Still trying to gain possession defensively is Minot Kelsel, and then we get a whistle for an offside as the puck squirted out across the line. 1:47 to go in the period, 1:46 on our clock, and it is still a 4-0 lead for Maryville. Shots are 20-17. We came into the period at 12-8. That was in favor of Maryville. Now they have it again, St. Louis. Behind the net to Brooks. Looking out in front, left side, and a drive by Kelsel is held onto by Knappenberger. So Knappenberger closes off the corner there. .120 to go in the period. And again, Tom Lang, head coach of Maryville, will join us. In the second period intermission. Puck comes right out in front, and from the left side, Olivia O'Brien will get goal number 2. It is 5-0 Maryville. This goal coming at 18:56. O'Brien with her second. We'll check the assists.
15, Olivia O'Brien. From number 4, Mano Kelsall.
So Kelsall gets the only assist. O'Brien with the goal at 18:56, and it's 5-0. And here come Maryville with Dodgson. She drives one in, and a big save there. Glove down by Duncan. She'll hold on with 42.3 seconds left. And on the 22nd shot, it's 5-0 Maryville. Puck kick out to center, off the boards. Poisson breaks free from the left side. She shoots, she scores! Sydney Poisson gets goal number 7 to lead the team. 6-0. This goal coming at 19:25 here in the second period. The sophomore out of Defiance, Missouri, with the 7th goal of her season for Concordia. We'll see if we get at least the one assist.
Goal by number 78, Sydney Poisson, with assists from number 2, Emma Gerwitz, and number 22, Maddie Johnson.
It's Gerwitz and Johnson with the assists. .4 seconds remains here in this period, and off the draw it comes to the point, held in. Brawley with a shot partially blocked behind the net. 13 to go. Maryville looking for another one, comes right out in front, and Knappenberger is able to hold on the backhanded shot by Johnson. Eight seconds to go. That was the 24th shot that Knappenberger's had to make a save on. And that'll do it for period number 2. Shots on goal in the period. $12 on Knappenberger, 2-period total of 24. 10 on Duncan, 2-period total of 18. And a 6-0 lead in the second period. 3 goals. St. Louis her 4th at 1:22 at 18:56. O'Brien her 2nd, and then at 19:25. And I'm going to verify if it's Poisson or Poisson at 19:25, her 7th. Gerwitz and Johnson with the assist. 6-0 is where we stand after 2 periods of play. No penalties in that period. There's only been 1 in the entire game. 1 power play for the Cardinals, and actually for the Saints. The penalty was on the Cardinals, and they are 0 for 1 on the power play. So we will take a break, and when we come back, the head coach of the Maryville University Saints, Tom Lang, will be our guest, and we'll do that in just a moment. But after 40 minutes, a 6-0 lead for Maryville over Concordia at the Women's Showcase, the Missouri Showcase here, sponsored by Arizona State. We'll be back.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great moments in office technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Steve Casson, now with the head coach of the Maryville University Saints, and Tom Lang in his second year. And Tom, last season 3-12. You were one of the very few teams that actually got to play last season. This season you're 4-4. Talk about your team. It's a team that's winning, but it's also a team that's really trying to find itself, right?
Yeah, so we last year, with COVID implications, made things a little difficult for us. Biggest thing was just getting our freshmen some game experience. We had 13 skaters and 2 goalies, and we're going up against people with 20, 22 rosters. So, we could compete, but we just ran out of gas at the end of games then. So we've thankfully been able to replenish our roster to a full size this year. Everyone plays, and it's made a lot more depth on our roster. So we've got 3 lines that we can roll real solid, and then we got to shut down 4th line.
And you talk about those freshmen. Now 11 of them are sophomores. You have 7 new freshmen, 3 juniors, and 1 lone senior. And you do have a relatively young team, but you've got a team that has been there already, at least 11 of them. So that's almost half the team right there. Are you finding that, and with women's teams it may be a little bit different with men's, but are you finding that they're buying into whatever the system is that you have?
Yeah, we're definitely a hard-working blue-collar team, and we're not going to have the most skill, but we're going to outwork everybody and earn our chances, and that's been something that we've had to implement with all of the new girls this year. It's buying into the system, 2 on the forecheck, hunt pucks, support each other, coming from different rosters, different types of coaches. It's just kind of what I implement, and thankfully it took a little bit for the freshmen. We started off a little rough after our first game at home, winning in overtime. We went through a little growing pains, and now that everybody's bought in, we've caught rolling on the wheels here.
8 players with 3 or more points. In fact, the leader right now is Colleen O'Leary, 4 goals, 4 assists. I take that back. No, Sydney Poisson. Sydney has 6 goals, 6 assists, and then Colleen is up there second. So there are, and if you look on their roster, they're sophomores. You've got a couple of freshmen, and your senior, Madeline Johnson. You're getting scoring from all over the place. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's one thing that we learned last year is, buying into the system and trusting ourselves. And it was, growing pains, obviously, when you kind of take your licks in the fight and, you're losing 7-3, but you're playing in games, but you just don't have the horses. This year, we have the horses, so now they got the confidence and swagger that can go out. We get down by 1, not worry about it, get back to playing on our toes and not our heels, and we've had some good results the past 3 games.
And if you look at it, you have 3 goaltenders. Now, the highest goals against average is 3.03, so let's call it 3. So you have a goaltender with 1, 2, and 3 in your goals against average. You obviously know, because in hockey, really, you want to build from your goaltending out. Well, you've got 3 veterans, and I say veterans because, you've got a couple of sophomores and a freshman, but, goals against wise, they're playing pretty well. As long as you have that, everything's going to come.
Yeah, it's kind of say 4 of our losses, 3 of the 4 are one goal games. As you know from the men's side and broadcasting, it's a race to 3, as everybody calls it. And all of our games, besides 1, have been 3-2, 4-2, and then the last 2 games that we won, we kind of blew that team out of the water. But that's what we expect. And as you mentioned it, I try to build from the back end out. You got to have goaltending, then you lead with your D-core, so we're working on building that some more, and then your offense will be able to carry it out after the puck crosses our blue line and gets into neutral zone in their zone.
Maryville University is one of those universities that has all 5 divisions. So my question is, where are you getting the players from? And being in Maryville is St. Louis area, for those who don't know, there is a lot of hockey in St. Louis. So where are you grabbing, like the likes of Maud St. Louis from Quebec, Canada, and Olivia O'Brien from Hamilton, Ontario, Sophia Nab from Bellingham, Washington. Where are you grabbing those players from?
So before Maryville, I used to coach the St. Louis AAA Lady Blues for 5 years. So my last year coaching there, my first year recruiting to build the freshman class last year, I was able to double dip. I was head coach of the 19U team, and then I would scout in between our games. So it wasn't fun. It was fun, but it wasn't fun spending 12, 14 hours in a rink. Coach 2 hockey games, your brain's already mentally fried for one day, and then you got to sit, watch games, take notes, try to talk to the coaches, talk to the players, and sell them on a product. And it made it a little difficult when, our first year building the program, come March and April, COVID hit. So then that shut down all of the lines of travel in, travel out, university campus tours, touring the rink. It shut everything down. So some of those freshmen some of those freshmen this year were being recruited for 2 years ago, but they just didn't come due to COVID too.
Plus, anything that you want to try in Canada, your Zoom or what have you, it's actually going to be harder to try to get them to come when you're trying to sell them on a school through Zoom or through a phone call or through pictures without being in person.
Yep, you're not lying there. You got to be a good salesperson. You got to drink the coffee and close the deals, but you just got to be as honest as you can with them. That's the biggest thing. And I think as soon as COVID hit, everybody started doing virtual video tours of campus, which helped out a lot. I kind of did the same thing with some of the recruits. I walked it, kind of explained a little bit about it, took pictures and videos of the rink and sent them to them. But at the end of the day, it's very hard. It's eased up a little bit this year, but you're trying to talk to these families in Canada and other places to send their kids halfway across the continent and halfway across the United States when they haven't even seen it. And it makes it really tough as far as girls. Guys could care less. But girls, they care about what the bathroom looks like. They care about what the classroom size is going to be. They care about, is there green grass? Is there a restaurant? Of course, is there a Starbucks on campus?
Sure.
All those little things that matter to them, the men could care less. So it's kind of funny and unique how that kind of recruiting works in those situations.
Tom Lang, head coach of Maryville University Division I women's team. 8 players are from Missouri. So they're not all taken up.
No.
but I mean that in a serious sense, because 5 different divisions, that's a lot of hockey. Now, granted, you only have 2 women's divisions, but you're still fighting with other teams out there, the likes of Lindenwood.
McKendree's right across the border also.
Absolutely. Are you finding it a little bit more difficult because you're in the area that you're in, or is it all about the type of connections you've made?
I would say it's a little both. It's also one thing that I kind of preached. It doesn't matter what recruit it is, my own or to the girls I coached previously, is do you want to be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond? And with our growing that we're doing this year for D1, and then next year we're going to have 2 programs with the D2 women's team, you can come in and play right away. So that's a selling feature that I still have that I can use next year, and especially at the D2 level, is some of these freshmen, when they go to different universities, they're only playing 7, 10, 11 games their freshman year, where last year our freshmen played 14, and the freshmen this year are going to play 31 because there's nobody back pushing and trying to take their spot yet. But come next year there will be, but that's a nice recruiting incentive I still have that I can use next year, and then the year after that it kind of fizzles out. But and the biggest thing is, what do they want to do? They fall in love with a smaller campus versus some of the bigger schools like Miami of Ohio and Michigan States. They don't necessarily, guys love it, but the girls don't. They want the intimate relationships to where they can talk to a professor. They're not just a number in a classroom where they feel if they raise their hand it's going to be a dumb question they're going to get made fun of.
Tom Lang, head coach of Maryville University. You're 6th on the power play. You've only allowed 3 out of 36, 91.7%. You look at those numbers and say, wow, how are you 6th? Well, there are some other teams out there that are pretty decent on the penalty kill too. How important is it going to be to take advantage, obviously, of any kind of penalties in the game nowadays?
Yeah, it's the biggest thing is just adjustment. As on the guys' side that you guys see a lot, they lay their body out there and they'll only block those shots. Girls, not so much. So you got to incentivate them to get in front of that puck, make sure that they are doing the proper things to earn that extra ice time. And one thing I learned from the girls is they don't want to not please a coach as far as making sure they're doing the right things and did I do that right. So attention to detail for the girls is great, and they follow what you want. And as you'll see this weekend, you're also kind of coaching them on the ice from the bench, unlike the men. So they need a little direction. So you'll hear me being a little verbal with them, giving them heads up on things, because their heads are down. Unlike the guys where your head has to be up 24/7, there's no open ice hitting. So they get away with their head down, looking for the puck, trying to do a little extra thing. So that's one big difference you'll see this weekend from guys to girls.
When you look at this team, and I mentioned 11 sophomores, next year they're going to be juniors. Your juniors will be seniors, so you'll have a relatively veteran core. You throw your freshmen, they become sophomores and that kind of a thing. Do you feel that come next year that hopefully this will be kind of more of a well-rounded, that's the word 3 times, type of team?
Yeah, I think we've already kind of got there this year. By last year we were top heavy with maybe 5 forwards that could finish offensively. This year we've got 8 to 9 that can finish the puck. So we've already started that trajectory of building those mountains moving forward, and I think we've got a lot of our growing pains out of the way with buying into the system with the freshman class. So we've had some challenges, but I think we also learned that we can compete with the best last year at the end of the year, and now we can this year moving forward.
Tom Lang, head coach of the Maryville University Saints, and as you mentioned just now, another new team, so 2 Division II teams. Do you look at that as maybe kind of a feeder, like an idea where you say, okay, I could probably pick a couple of folks out of there?
Yeah, I think you're going to go through injuries, obviously, also. So just like the men's side does, 3-4 guys get injured. Unfortunately this year, still dealing with COVID protocols. You don't know when you're going to need them, and I think we can use it as a recruiting tool, and also with players as it's not like you have to go jump leaps and bounds to call somebody up. It's just a simple roster transaction switch, and they can play that night from the phone call. So yeah, to your point, I think we could and we will. It's just a matter of how often we need to do that.
Tom Lang, head coach of the Maryville University Saints. Tom, thanks so much for doing this, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. More hockey coming up in a moment.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
Let's head for the third period. Here's Steve Casson.
Along with Scott Lutzke on graphics and Ryan Armstrong, general manager of Missouri State Hockey, doing camera work for us here tonight. One more game coming up for tonight, and it will be Arizona State and Lindenwood. We'll have that for you at 7:30 Central. But meanwhile, it's period number 3, and it is Maryville and Concordia. And quickly to go back into the Maryville end of the ice. And again, if you're just joining us and you're wondering why are they on pink ice, there was a breast cancer awareness weekend for Missouri State's Division I squad, and they painted the ice pink, sold the pink jerseys, and raised some money for breast cancer awareness, and that's why the ice is still pink. Meanwhile, here's an opportunity for O'Brien. She'll send it down low, looking for the return pass. It's intercepted by Dodson, not cleared though. A shot comes in by Gerwitz, and it's deflected off of the chest of Knappenberger and out for Concordia. Dodson, she has control. She gets hooked down. We're going to get a penalty, and Gerwitz will go into the penalty box. It'll be the first power play opportunity for the Cardinals with a chance to break the goose egg here. So into the box for Maryville is Gerwitz here in the third period, and we're just waiting for them to get it up on the board. It is set, it's ready to go, so are we. And off the draw, a shot comes in by Coops. It's deflected into the corner. Tripping will be the call. And here's a drive in that missed. Concordia on the power play. They are 10th, 3 for 14, 21.4%.
Number 2, Emma Gerwitz. Interference.
There you go. Interference is the call. Shot in by Dodson, steered aside off the right leg pad of Duncan. 1:27 to go on the power play. It is out to center, where it'll be chased by the captain Mills. Puck intercepted. Short-handed. Cardinals have given up one goal. Coming in and racing through is O'Leary. She's taken out of the play. Ruggiero with it. She'll send it up to center. Right side to Shaben. Shaben, she shoots. Blocker save up the middle. Rebound. Still held in. Drop down in low. Spin around by Dodson is steered aside by Duncan. Bang, bang, right in front the slot. 52 seconds to go on the power play. Now to Shaben. Up off the side of the net. It comes right through, and a return pass from Smith is steered aside. It's out to center and all the way down, and we do not have icing. Killing the penalty are the Saints. Smith to center. Gets a return pass. This one dropped down, one-handed and gloved through, falling on the ice. It's Cooper. Now, here is Poisson. Power play has 2 seconds, and we're back to 5-on-5. Racing to the bench is Gerwitz. Dodson at the line, underneath the stick of Wasserman, and it's out to center. Dodson with control for the Cardinals. Looking through, 5-on-5. Dodson with a shot. The rebound is sent right through the crease, missed wide to the right. Now this time a shot comes in, and Duncan is not able to control it, but she does get it out to her defense. Now across the line, 2-on-3. Working it is O'Brien. She shoots, it's blocked in front. Following it up is St. Louis with a shot wide. Greer descended to the near side. Holding it in is Megan Flock. Flock looking for her first points out of Forsyth, Illinois. Now turned the other way by Maggie Coggin. All the way down where it's Sophia Nab to intercept for Maryville. Saints turn it over, and as quick as they turn it over, it's sent all the way down. And this should be an icing, but no. Racing hard was Brooks to deny. Comes right out in front. It's deflected away, and Goggin can't clear it. Behind the net once again to Brooks. Up the middle, it goes off the goaltender Knappenberger, and it is out for Coggin to send it at least to the line, the red line that is. Taken away by Brooks with a drive in, save Knappenberger, and she'll hold on as Maryville puts the pressure on again, their 26th shot. But once again, some good pressure. Leading the charge was Brooks. 3 goals, 4 assists. She's out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Saints don't win the draw. Shaban is double teamed, loses it, and now it is Dodson trying to move it to the corner. Out to Dodson. She's trying to work 1-on-2. Had some help on the right side, but couldn't get it through. Now he comes in and a backhander out in front, sliding through as Erica Hansen got the backhander, but the goaltender is able to hold on to it. Duncan. So a turnover in front, but Duncan makes the best of it. .48 with the clock continuing to run here in period number 3. Saints now with Greenfield behind the net. Tried to spin it through. Here is Oderman. She's double teamed by Mackenzie Smith of Concordia. Now they slowly move it out to center. Brianna Sheridan there. Comes across to Ruggiero. Still now in the Saints zone. They lead to Maryville 6-0. But some pressure now by Concordia. After the save by Duncan, puck out to center across the line. Gerwitz fanned on the first attempted shot, but gains possession, centers it right through, and the goaltender Greer, but do we get a goal? It was right through past the goaltender. Greer was there to make the save, but we have the net dislodged apparently. So no goal on that. Do we have that? No replay on that either. 13:47 to go in the period. So Knappenberger thanking her lucky stars there. On the left side, it is Coops to clear it to the line. And Schuler will help it out. Now the Saints again with a drive. This one off the stick of Poisson, and it makes its way to Knappenberger, who will cover up. 13:24 to go in the period. Shots 26-22 in favor of Maryville. And just 2 penalties in this contest. So both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Dodson. She'll work it down low. Dodson has it taken away by Madeline Johnson. Now can the Cardinals clear it? No. Johnson, the captain for Maryville, still with the puck. She pushes her way through. Dodson says enough of this. To the near side for a Rand. All the way around. This time it is taken away and cleared by Shaban. Sent right back in, delayed offside. Everybody clears. Shaban with a dangerous pass, but makes it out to center, and it's back into the Saints zone. Relieves the pressure momentarily. Spun around in by O'Brien and brought down. O'Brien has a goal, her second, at 18:56 of the second period. We'll go over the goals for you here in a moment. Shot sailing high by Mackenzie Smith. Far side as Concordia keeps it in the zone, but a good play by Greer to drop it down even lower. Now calling for it is Brooks, and she's able to hold on. Brings it across the line. Brooks now for the Saints. Maryville with some pressure, but Dodson breaks it up, and she'll have it for Concordia. Across the line, she'll work it with a centering pass and a stick save into the corner by Duncan. 11:42 remains. Near side. Battle for it on the left circle. O'Brien. It's out to center. Connects with Brooks. She has some room on the left side. Gets a shot off. Somebody lost their stick in front. That was the defender, Coops. And it's finally cleared out to center. It's been tipped, no icing. Back to get it is Brawley. Her pass is broken up and taken by Shaben. She'll drop it in. 10:53 to go in the period. Spinning around is Mackenzie Smith, the freshman out of Lakeville, Minnesota. Intercepting the puck now is Cooper. And Maryville. They're going to work it through on the left side, sent all the way around. At the half boards. Now to the right side, a shot that comes through off the stick of Gerwitz. Spun around Emily Toole. Toole with it. Right side again, Gerwitz. Drive in, tipped, save, rebound, save again by Knappenberger, as right out in front was Stelzer. And Knappenberger with a huge couple of saves there. Otherwise, it would have been the 7th on the board for Maryville. Shot up high. It hits Ruggiero in the back. .9:44 to go in the period. Puck at center. Right side across the line in the zone. Gerwitz has some room. Backhander in front. Save. Rebound. Shaben is there. Can she clear it? She does. Gets it off the stick of Ruggiero, but it makes its way outside and sent right back in. The goals. Kelso her first. Brooks her fourth. Johnson her fourth. St. Louis her fourth. O'Brien her second. And Poisson with her 7th. And that leads the Saints in goals this season. Mackenzie Smith in 6 games, 1 goal, 2 assists for the freshman. Not able to be cleared by Mills. But finally it rims its way all the way out and all the way down into the Maryville end. Chased by a Brand. (6-0) Maryville. They get 3 in the first and 3 in the second. Shots 30-23 out shooting Concordia. Drive comes through, partially deflected. Here is Johnson. It's tipped down in front. May have been played with a high stick by O'Leary, but they let it go. Now getting run into, and we're going to get a penalty. We're going to get, is it an interference call? I couldn't see the referee. What he called. Let's see here. And it looks like it is going to be called against Dodson. And I think it's a roughing call. We'll wait until they get that put up, but this will be power play number 2 for the Saints. And the one player that has been kind of the momentum for the Saints is sitting in the penalty box.
Penalty to number 88, Grace Dodson, 2 minutes. Out of contact.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what he said, but it is a penalty. So Knappenberger makes the save there. 7:35 to go in the period. Make that 7:36 as they update the clock. Okay, 7:35. We'll go with it. So Maryville, 11th on the power play. Here's a shot in. Knappenberger makes the save once again. Coming into today's game, 9 for 46, 19.6%. Maryville on the road, they're 0 for 2. 4 of their wins have come at home. Puck cleared all the way down. Dodson, or make that Duncan will send it to the corner. A couple of more players collide, but play continues. Now across the line, here comes Sarah Brooks, intercepted by Concordia, and it's cleared by Schuyler all the way down. Back in her own zone is O'Leary. O'Leary with it, left side across the Concordia line. Up high, works it to Gerwitz. She shoots off the boards, rebound and in. Put in by Poisson, and it is a 7-0 lead. That's her second in a row. 8th of the season. So the initial shot comes off the boards. Gerwitz will get an assist. This one coming.
Maryville goal by number 78, Sydney Poisson. From number 2, Emma Gerwitz.
Knappenberger will make a save. So this one coming at 13-21. Poisson with her second in a row. Now she could get the natural hat trick. Meanwhile, getting hooked down, and I think the official just let it go, was the Captain Johnson. Shot comes in, it's through, and a save. We're now going to get a penalty. O'Leary got the shot. It's interference, as Coops was upended in front, and so this will go against Johnson for interference. And now power play number 2 for the Cardinals. 2 penalties, 4 minutes each.
Maryville penalty to number 22, Maddie Johnson. 2 minutes for interference.
So power play now, working out in front, tipping it just wide was Mills on the initial shot from Smith. 1:44 to go in the power play. 5:59 remaining in the period. Puck sent down across the line. It comes to O'Leary in the Concordia zone. She's taken out. Now the Cardinals with Shaven. Across the line to Dodson. She shoots up high. Blocker save. Rebound. May have been going wide anyway. Puck out in front. And out to center. With some room trying to squeeze through was O'Leary. But broken up by Smith, and she's able to get it at least to the red line. Smith will shoot it in. And Duncan will steer it into the corner. .503 remaining. Here's Mills in her own zone. Dodson with some help gets it over to Ruggiero. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Held in right side. Coops, but it hops up out to center and all the way down. And chasing it is Greer. Greer's pass. It connects with Coops. Over to Ruggiero with a drive in. Save off the stick of Duncan. And off the rebound, she'll hold on. 3 seconds remaining in the power play. And a 7-0 lead. Kelsall, Brooks, Johnson, St. Louis, O'Brien, and Poisson has 2 in a row for her 7th and 8th of the season. That leads the team. Now 2-on-2 for Maryville. Into the zone, right side drive, and a tip in front by O'Leary is saved by Knappenberger. On the line in again, it's blocked. Coops can't clear it. Held up high once again, a drive, score by Gerwitz. She already has 2 assists, and she will get goal number 4. It's 8-0. And we'll see if there is any kind of tip. I don't believe so, as the first shot was blocked. Yeah, nope, just over the blocker. Here in the 3rd period.
Maryville goal by number 2, Emma Gerwitz.
So I assume it's unassisted, and that means this goal coming at 16:10 of the period. 8-0 in favor of Maryville. So there is no natural hat trick by Poisson. She did get 2 in a row. And here come the Saints across the line. Kelsall. Puck intercepted by Smith. Held in though on the right side, and it's out to center. And moved by Maggie Kogan. Line change for Concordia. Here coming in is Brooks, broken up the right side. Centering pass comes through underneath the stick of O'Brien. Left side drive in, and a save by Knappenberger as she closes things off on the shot by Wasserman. .236 to go in the period. Puck cleared out to center. Nab will send it back in, and an icing call. .233 to go. Don't forget our next game coming up. And will be Arizona State, and Lindenwood will have it for you at 7 o'clock Central Time right after this one. Meanwhile, here come the Saints. They're going to bring it through. Brooks is there. She gets, I make that the other one with a 3 in her name. That's Cooper. And Cooper gets upended, so we're going to have a penalty. It will be Greer going into the box. Third power play for the Saints. Third penalty for the Cardinals. Both teams are over. Puck stolen by Dodson. He's trying to make it through, but instead it's intercepted. Taken away. Here's Gerwitz. 1 goal and 2 assists for Maryville. O'Leary. Taken away from her. It is cleared out by Shaban. About 10 seconds difference between the game clock and the penalty time. Give or take a second or two. Here's O'Leary. Left side, looking for some help. Coming through is the captain, Johnson. Gets it over to Poisson. She shoots, she scores! Just a snapper of a shot. That is a power play goal. And the Saints are 1 for 3. It's 9-0. Low on the right side. And that is the hat trick. For Sydney Poisson, and her 9th.
Maryville goal and a 3rd for the night to number 78, Sydney Poisson. Assist to number 22, Maddie Johnson. And number 11, Colleen O'Leary.
9-0 on Poisson's 9th goal of the season, 3rd of the game, coming at 18:41. And now with 1 minute left, that again is a power play goal. So all sorts of pressure here by Maryville. And Ruggiero. Right side gets a shot off, it misses high. 38 seconds to go. .28. And the puck sent all the way down. Do we get an icing call here? And it looks like we do. Icing with 21.3 seconds left. Shots are 36-26. Which is our official count. We came into the period at 24-18. Off the draw, won by the Cardinals, but it is out to center with 14 seconds to go. Working it through is St. Louis. Cleared to the left side, out with 2 seconds, and that'll do it for the period. 9-0 is the final. It is a shutout for Duncan. That is her first shutout of the season. She improves to 2-2, and boy, are they happy about it for Maryville. Her last 2 starts were losses. 4-3 on October 9th versus Lindenwood and 4-2 October 12th versus Maryville. But she redeems herself with a shutout win tonight, and Maryville improves to 5-4 on the season. Concordia is now 1-6 this season. Power plays, the Saints were 1 for 3 and the Cardinals were 0 for 2. First period, Kelsall her first at 15:30, unassisted. Brooks her 4th at 16:53 of the first. St. Louis with the assist. At 18:48, Johnson gets her 4th. Poisson with the assist. Brawley also gets an assist. Then in the second period at 1:22, St. Louis her 4th. O'Leary with the assist. At 18:56, it's 5-0. O'Brien with her second. Kelsall gets an assist to make it 6-0 at 19:25. Poisson, 7th, second of the game. Gerwitz and Johnson. And then 7-0. Poisson with a goal at 13:21 of the third. Her 8th. And then Gerwitz with the assist. Gerwitz then gets her 4th of the season to make it 8-0 at 16:10, unassisted. And then the power play goal at 18:41. Poisson, her 9th and 3rd of the game. Johnson, O'Leary also get assists. 9-0 is the final score. And that's going to do it here for game number 1 of the ASU Women's Missouri Showcase. Maryville University wins it over Concordia-Ann Arbor. And that will conclude game number 1. We will be back in about 20 minutes or so for game number 2. We hope you'll join us for that. Until then, I'm Steve Casson for Ryan Armstrong and for Scott Lutzke on graphics. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, the final score, 9-0 Maryville over Ann Arbor. We'll see you shortly. Good night.